All right, good afternoon. It is June 1st, 2023. This is a real quick thing I wanted to share. I just discovered it. I kind of moved myself up into the part of DaVinci Resolve, which is usually black screen unless you bring up the second screen, and I don't intend on doing that. So I'm working on the golf project today. And hello, Darren Gilholm. Good to see you, my friend. Hope things are going good for you your way. Anyway, I bring up the golf thing. I'm going to make some changes, and I don't know honestly if I'm going to continue to march with this on how I'm doing it, or make wholesale changes, or what. I really don't know. But what I do know is this: it's hard to see right now, but if you look right above the G and just above the tree line and in the clouds, you see this little white circle right here. And let's see if I can make that more predominant. There we go. That's pretty predominant. That white circle was on a specific hole that I thought I had it narrowed down for that specific hole to illustrate something that happened on that hole. Well, come to find out, it's not. Hello, Alex. I believe your name is Alex. I believe I've caught on to that from Live Windows Training Doug Betts. So welcome in, Jeff. Welcome in, Darren. Welcome in, Alex. It's good to see new faces, and it's good to see old faces. Anyway, let's continue to march. I don't want this to be a 30-minute thing. So I'm like, okay, how do I get rid of this? Well, I don't want to go to the specific spot it's at. It's all the way at hole number 6, and I shouldn't have to, because all this is I went into effects. I went into effects here. I opened effects. And I went into essential effects and I grabbed an essential spotlight. You can see right there, when you preview it, it shows it on the screen. Okay, that's what I want. Cool, that's what I want. Well, no, it's not what I want, because it is, but it isn't. I don't need it to be, I'm just checking the monitor out. Okay, cool. I don't need it to be looking like the doggone moon. However, it gives me some ideas for later. So let's get rid of it and get this wrapped up. So I'm sitting here looking at this, and I remember a while back, and I mean like back in the beginning days, there's this little icon down here that has got the same icon here. And what that is that indicates there's something to do with a fusion clip in here. So I'm going to click on the video, and I believe I can go ahead and click on effects right here, or I can click it right here. That didn't do it. So if I click on effects right here, that brings me into, you see right here, the essential zoom spotlight. So I am going to answer a quick text. I just told someone I'm live streaming. And I'm like, okay, this is what I want. How do I get rid of it? Well, I can turn it off. If you'll watch the moon right here above the trees, I can turn it off by hitting that button, and now it's gone. That solves the problem, sort of, kind of. But that's not, I want a permanent fix. And as long as I don't turn it back on, if it didn't turn itself back on, we are good to go. BH Ringer, good to see you. I did answer your email, my friend. I did see it. And at the time that I saw it, I couldn't reply, but I have since replied. My wishes for you personally is to get things better and to get through the fires you're going through right now. So right over here, I'm looking at this. I'm like, off, on, not what I want. That can't be keyframed. If this could be keyframed, that would solve my problem, but it can't. But then I look right over here, and I see the ever popular and famous trash can. My gut feeling is, because this is on the Essential Zoom Spotlight, that if I click on here, lo and behold, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, it got rid of it. That is so cool. So I've once again taught myself something without going to a tutorial, and did a 4-hour search to find out how to do something like that. The other thing is, I'm going to go ahead and skip over here. I'm thinking about redoing the scorecard. I'm just not sure yet how I'm going to do it. I do have a better picture of a scorecard, and I could demonstrate that real quick. This has been about 7 minutes. So let's just say I wanted to, let's just not do it that way. Let's do it this way. Let's go all the way to the end here. There's the end. I know it's the end because we have a typical Mrs. K ending to the video. I don't know if I'm editing that out yet or not. I have not decided. I'm thinking about it. Anyway, go to the media pool. I'm going to grab a new media that I took the picture, and I believe that is in stills. Maybe. You know what? I don't remember where I put it, to be honest. No, it's not in stills. It is actually getting better at things. I put it in Daily Davinci, or Davinci Resolve Data, and then in golf projects. And then now I have a new golf card. And now that I've gotten out of that, I don't know which one's the new card. And I'm not seeing it. And I know I put it in there, but I do not see it. I see one here. I see one here. Let me change this size so maybe the blind can see it. All right, so there is an old card I had. That's not what I want. There's the 2 new cards for the new course. There's, you know what? I know I got it. I don't remember where I put it. Let me go see if it's in downloads. Nope, not in downloads. Oh boy. Well, I can't demonstrate that very well now, can I? Davinci Data. Did I put it in movies? No, I did not. Well, I would like to demonstrate this for you. I really would. It was there earlier this morning. There it is. Jesus. So now I'm going to drag that down there. I think this is it. Yep, that is it. So get rid of the media pool. Bring my lovely face back. See, does that work? Oh yeah, there we go. My lovely face is back. Now, obviously it's orientated wrong. So the first thing I have to do is maybe flip it here. Oops, now I got to flip it back because I'm not on it. I want to flip this here. And then flip it like this. That's not doing it. So what do we got to do? We got to rotate it. We got to rotate this. And we're going to try to do some simple math in my head. And you can see my lovely Christmas house slippers that are now June house slippers. So now I'm going to go in here to cropping, double click on cropping. We're going to bring the bottom up to get, oh, is that the bottom? Oh, that is the bottom because I rotated it. So I'm going to crop the right. And then I'm going to crop the left. And I'm going to crop the up or the top. That's pretty good right there. I can live with that. Then I'm going to zoom it out a little bit. That's not bad. I can work with this. So what I want to do next, I do pretty sure much believe I want to go in and do a fusion of sorts. And I only want one viewer. Now I'm hoping, oh, you know what? That's not the right one. And I know that because this one's got all its lines in it. And this one does not have all its lines in it. If I look at this up here, I can, well, I guess it does. I guess when it's like that, it doesn't. Okay, so that's, okay, cool. Don't like it. I'm going to have to figure out how. I would think by rotating it here, it would carry over. Oh, it's backwards. Oh, no, it's not. It is backwards. It is backwards. So I'm going to, it's backwards because I believe, did I take the picture backwards? Okay, so I'm going to get a better picture now that I know that that's back. Oh, you know what? I know what's wrong. I do know what's wrong. I'm going to crop this up a little bit more. And crop that up quite a bit. I need to flip it this way. Nope, I need to flip it this way. There we go. I knew one of them doggone flips has done it, and now my rotation is just slightly off, so I need to rotate it back to there. Now if we go back into Fusion, I'm still not good. I've got a call coming in. It says scam likely. Might be Sean Gallagher's cousin calling. I don't know. I am expecting a call, but he didn't give me their number, so I don't know if it is or not. If it is, I'll leave voicemail. So, to make this work. How do I make this work? Well, I'm just going to go in here, and I'm going to try this first of all. I'm going to go multi, merge. It'll connect automatically when I hit add, and it does. I'm going to bring this down here because this is going to get rather interesting. I think this is how I want to do this. Then the next thing I want to do is I want to add a text node. Tony Wallow, good afternoon. Good to see you. And I'm going to call this one, I'm not going to call it anything. I'm going to add another text node by going here, I think, and just hit text. Yep. Long as you're highlighted on where you're headed, what you want to do, it'll connect it automatically. So I'm just going to do 3 for right now. And then I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to hit F2 to rename it. And this is going to be hole number 1. Enter. Highlight. F2. Hole number 2. Enter. And oddly enough, I bet you this one's going to be hole number 3. All right, so I'm good to go there. Now what I want to do, I want to see what this is going to move. Oh, that's moving something, but I don't know. I'll figure it out in a minute. So I'm going to go to hole number 1. I'm going to bring up hole number 1 in the first node, but I can't see it. Why can't I see it? No worries. We're going to go with the number 3 because that's what I got. We're going to change the color for now to something just odd so I can see it, and hit OK. And we're going to bump the size up. We're going to bump the size. I guess we're not going to bump the size. It's taking the size down. Okay, there we go. If I go down, it shows up. So let's go with that right there. And then, hi Josh Kinder. Good to see you. I hope everything's going well for you. And then go to number 2. Same thing. I'm going to type in a 3. I'm going to change the color to the same color-ish. It doesn't really matter. We're going to go look at our size, and our size is 2323. It sounds like a Jefferson Starship song. 2323. And if I show that up there and there, that's going to show up. That's cool. Should be the same as that one. Looks to be about the same. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to show it. Number 3, because I got 3 straight pars. We're going to change the color. We're going to go OK. The size we know is 2323. So boom, we're done. Now the question becomes, I need to get it on the scoreboard. So if I come back over here to here, that looks horrible. Number 1, I need to get it smaller, and I need to get it over here in these boxes. So if I click on the Fusion tab, that didn't help me out. I was wanting that to help me put something here where I can move this, which I'm pretty sure I can do. let's go to, is it open FX? Nope, it's not. So I'm going to turn that off. All right, go back into here. It's going to take me a minute to figure it out, and I never do well figuring this stuff out on live videos, and I don't practice anything. See, I was hoping by turning that 90 degrees that if I come back over here, it did turn 90 degrees. Now, what is this? That's the card itself. So go back into Fusion, go back into hole number 1, go into Transform, go into Layout, my mistake, move it, and we're just going to assume that that looks to be about on hole number 1. And we're going to go over here to hole number 2. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to rotate it to 90 degrees-ish for now. Then we're going to go into Layout, and we're going to move it up, not down. We're going to move it up to what we assume to be hole number 2. We're going to do the same thing here, and we're going to rotate it 90, negative 90, because we want the 3 to be showing correctly. Go into Layout. We're going to move it up to what we think is hole number 3. Move it over a little bit. Now, if this goes according to Hoyle, get it? Texas Hold'em. Never mind. When I go back to the edit page, there they are. They're just too big and not in the right spot. They're close. They're really close. The size is what's going to be the issue. But my thinking is I will do the entire scorecard, and then when I get the entire scorecard done, then what I can do is I can come into here, I believe, and add a mask right here. And then on the mask itself, I can change the height and the width. But apparently I can't do what I want. What I wanted to do is just do it individually. See, I wish there was a way to grab this bottom one here and move the bottom one up. Oops, got the wrong thing. Just grab the bottom one right here and move it up. But it also moves the top one. Now, is that because they're linked? Is there something somewhere showing they are linked together? I didn't intend for this to be this long, but it's fun doing it, so I'm going to keep doing it. I don't see anywhere where it does say it's linked. I don't want the image, and there's nothing in settings. So go back to here. Show view controls. That's going to give me that. The level, the border width. That's not it. Just put that back to default. Solid or invert. If I invert this, do the solid. I have no idea what that's going to look like. Didn't do anything for me. So we'll go back to here. How in the world did I get to all 3 texts being in them? Oh, because I'm on the multi-merge. That's right. And I want to be on the mask. I still want to be able to. Adjust the mask. Mrs. K is.
I have a feeling the same with me.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure out how to lock those. I don't see a way to do that, nor do I see a way to get back out of that, which that's fine. Unless, did I turn something on over here? Yeah, I did. Maybe that was it. No, that's off. Go back over here. I don't need that. Anyway, that's the plan. That is the goal. Josh Pender still in bed at 3:11 in the afternoon. Is that because he stayed up all night playing Fortnite or Mario Kart or who knows? Now, I think this is going to change. Yep, that's fine there. So the only thing I want to do is figure out how to move individual lines, and I'm sure it can be done. I'm just not figuring it out right now. If I go over here, move this up like that, and then move the box up here where I can see everything. Rectangle. I'm in my rectangle settings now. Position, not really doing much for me. Border style, not really doing much for me. I'm going to go with solid. Let's go with invert a minute, see if I get changes there. The width, yeah, still there. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. Oh. That's funny. You can round the corners. I don't necessarily, well, maybe if I round the corners down, I don't know. I'm going to have to work with it. And then the angle, you're just changing the angle of the mask itself. So I want to come back into here. I want to be in the layout. I want to move that up a little bit. So it's just backwards because of how I did it. I've got to take a different picture. And then I want to come in here to the size. And we know 2323 is a little bit too big. So we're going to take the size down. Should have went down. Wait, am I going the right way? 23, 24. Maybe have to go the other way. It's not changing the size though. I'm not seeing the size change. Let's go down to 2273. Go over here and look at it there. Yeah, size didn't change. I think this is a Davinci issue. I almost got it moved where it needs to be. I just got to go back over here and wrap this up by... Did I change the size in the layout? I did not. Nope, it's still one. That's good. I want to come back to here. I want to bring... That's just it saving itself. So let's go 0.1875. Not, oh, there it changed. I don't think that's enough either. No, it's not. It's close. Very close. So we'll go back into size and we'll change it to 0.1450. That got smaller. Yep, that's getting there. Maybe a little bit smaller, and I can work with that and be happy about that. Now I ought to be able to literally click in here and lower this down like this, and that worked. And then we know the layout. We know it's backwards, so we know horizontal is up and down, or I can just grab this like this and move it like that, and then move it. Let's see, where's the box at? The box appears to be right there. Now, if this one's good to go, I'll just copy it and paste it into the other one. So let's go look. Not too bad. I need to move it slightly up so that it's on this box right here. That's it. I'm going to wrap it up. It's 3:15. This went a little bit longer than I wanted it to, probably 25-30 minutes. I just wanted to show you the spotlight drama and debacle, whatever you want to call it, issue. And then get on to, I'm going to redo the card, and I don't know yet. First thing I got to do is get a good picture of the card that's not vertical, and I don't understand it because I took it in landscape and it reflects it being in portrait. So everybody have a great afternoon. Ken Stout live tonight with the Zoom homies, 9 p.m. my time, 8 p.m. in the middle of the country, and 6 p.m. out on the West Coast. And for those of us that live out east of me and north of me, it will be 10 p.m. their time. Thank you for joining. Josh, Tony, Rick. Oh, hello, Rick. Rick's probably been out biking again. BH Ringer, Jeff Ringer, and A-L, I think it's Al, and I think that's short for Alex. Darren, good to see you. I'll see everyone tonight, I hope. Have a great day.